What's up, Gemini? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting February 10th, 2025. Gemini, I hope all is well. I do want to wish all the Geminis who celebrate Valentine's Day a very happy and safe Valentine's celebration. All right, so let's get right into your predictive energies for this week. We don't want to waste any time. But, before I continue, there is going to be a Moonology card that I pull for you, Moonology Oracle card. If you guys have followed me in the past, if you remember that, I'll be pulling that deck out to complement your reading. Also, a little surprise for you after the general reading. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the energies here. And I'm using the Alice in Wonderland Tarot to deliver your messages, not reading reversals. So let's see what the energies is for Gemini this week. Energy for my twins. What's coming up for Gemini? All right, let's cut this deck here and begin the energies here for you, Gemini. And we're going to start off with the very first card for you, Gemini, and that's going to be the Two of Pentacles. So some of you may be juggling some things this week. Some of you may be working two jobs. For others, it still could be a small pay raise coming in. And the most minor thing that I always pull out of the energy of the Two of Pentacles is that you could be just balancing your checkbook, okay? Nothing serious there. Up next is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is sadness and disappointment. Now, this sadness and disappointment may not be something that personally affects you because I assigned, the Five of Cups children. If you have children, could be your significant other when it comes to romance. It could be a platonic friend, or it could also be someone else in the family. So if this Five of Cups presents itself and is, directed personally towards you, just know that it's just, one of those things when it comes to those moods, Gemini. We go through bouts of mood swings and stuff, and they don't stick around too long. So anyway, I'm going to throw a card on that Five of Cups. Ask the question, why did the Five of Cups show up in Gemini spread? And of course, if a person card, a people card, this popped out, but I'm not going to use it because it didn't turn over, so that would be unfair to you. But anyway, the Five of Cups, if a court card lands on that Five of Cups and asks the question for clarity, then it could be one or two things. It could be, simply you just having to deal with some sort of minor upset or disappointment, or it could be involving the other people that I had mentioned, okay? Or it could be a direct it could be the person who directly insults you or disappoints you or creates some sort of sadness for you. So let's just see. It might be something else, though. All right, why is the Five of Cups here for Gemini? Why did it show up? All right. Well, it could be, Gemini, that the Five of Cups is here for this week. Because you're probably tired. Ten of Wands is always the card that represents, energy. So one of my busy bees. Sadness or disappointment because you may not be able to complete all the things that you are set out to do this week. Keep that in mind, okay? Remember, the Ten of Wands by itself comes in to assist you, to help you along the way, making you, turn out to be very, very busy, whether you got things planned or unplanned, and having you carry out whatever those things is. I think the sadness or disappointment comes to that maybe by the end or the close of the week. Gemini, you're upset or you become disappointed because maybe you didn't tackle all the things that you were set out to do. All right. Following the Ten of Wands here, now we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is simply the happiness card here for you, Gemini. Celebrations, of course, birthdays, anniversaries. It could be someone, wedding, someone getting married here. I assigned the Four of Wands the energy of proposals and engagement as well. So we're moving into Valentine's week, so that might be significant for some of you out there. And then also, too, the assignment of the Four of Wands by me, someone may be wanting to relocate to a different area, whether or not it has anything to do with purchasing of property or land. All right, it's always the shared happiness inside a structure of a building with others. And so, romantic partners can, make a decision to, move in with one another, family members, and as well as friends. All right, so there's something to celebrate and be happy about this week. Then we have the lovers. Your own energy here shows up. I'm not reading reversals. So the major arcana, the lovers here representing your own energies, Gemini. So this will turn out to be a pretty good week in spite of whatever the turnout may be with the Five of Cups. Okay, I feel that the Five of Cups still would be for some of you having to go through the entire week, and maybe you have a lot on your plate and then you don't get to finish that task. That's what I'm seeing here. But the lovers is, anytime the lover shows up in your spread, any interactions or dealings with other people, you should be on the same playing field, be on the same page, spending quality time with one another. Okay, this lovers here is very important when it comes to shared togetherness, happiness, and stuff, along with that Four of Wands. So it can bring in, new partnerships as well as business, romantic, platonic. And again, like I said before, an even playing field. So you really shouldn't have any problems when it comes to your interactions with other people this week, because you have your own energy here to support you highly. All right, so following the lovers here, major arcana for you is the Knight of Swords. This is your energy again. Knight of Swords is, well, in this deck here, he's not really facing backwards, but he's, facing towards the future. But it still doesn't prevent me from saying that maybe there's some, something that you are going to take care of. Yeah, in spite of the lack of energy that you may have here to complete something, because this Knight of Swords is, always is about communication, communicating, clearing up some sort of confusion, uncertainty, or doubts that may have, been sitting around a situation, person, or event. And here you're charging through. So whatever it is that you need to take care of, for those Gemini specifically, it may be just one thing that you have to take care of, and then you're going to be charging through outside of any energy issues. Okay, so that's the Knight of Swords. Always using your analytical mind as opposed to allowing your emotions to trump you up in terms of your decision making. Next up is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands comes in. I usually assign the Knight of Wands as, could be family members, friends, romantic partners coming in to assist you. Usually come in very, very fast. So, along the way, maybe you need some help during the week with something. These individuals will come through. Otherwise, it's still the energy of you attracting something, Gemini, towards you, or you're moving towards it in terms of attraction. This is something that is building up in terms of intensity, passion. Of course, we don't have an actual person on this card here. It's a horse with, looks like dragonfly wings, but it always would be indicated that this character here, whether it was a human or whatever, can express themselves in a sexual manner, which is usually pretty positive, all right? Also, the presence of the Knight of Wands could also indicate of how fast and rapid a new partnership can take shape and form, and that could be romantic, platonic, as well as business. Following the Knight of Wands here, now we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is victory and success. This is a card that always seeks some sort of insight and clarity. Now, the insight and clarity may, again, be specific on one thing, but this is, again, like the Knight of Swords, clearing up any types of confusion, uncertainties, doubts, or fears that may be centered around a situation, person, or event. The victory and success are associated with the Ace of Swords. You can attach that to anything that's going on for you this week. And also, this is first actions, first decisions, first moves, and then also seeking some sort of excitement and or adventure. Also, the Nine of Pentacles follows that Ace of Wands. The Ace of Swords here. And the Nine of Pentacles is one of my financial independent cards here. So either you're, financially independent already, Gemini, or you're seeking to become financially independent. For others, this still would be a significant pay raise, bonus money, and or promotion. However, I assign the Nine of Pentacles as one of the cards of spending and splurging. But this is usually typical of being recognized for some sort of energy that you put into a situation. Now, that recognition could come straight from your employer through a form of a promotion, bonus money, or pay raises, right? But you're, to sit back and relax now and enjoy the fruits of your hard work and your labor. If you have access to this type of money, then, and you want to do some spending and splurging on yourself or others, go ahead and do so. You're not to feel guilty about it, because this card always comes through as a reminder that you are deserving of something that you worked hard for. Up next now we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a no drama week for Gemini. That's how I'm going to read it here. Okay, so maybe you have dealt with something on an emotional level last week, and now you want to put all that energy behind you. I don't think it's necessary for me to throw a clarifying card on that Eight of Cups, because how I see it is that, whatever it is that you dealt with, whether it was dealing with individuals or something else that was, emotionally upsetting, it doesn't really matter. That's what you're moving away from this week. So that's why I say the Eight of Cups is the no drama card for me. So this is a no drama week for some Geminis. The last card that I have for you is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so we finish off pretty good. Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. Okay, so whatever it is that you may be wishing for, hoping for, praying for, may manifest for you this week. Also, it's the yes answer to all romantic questions. It is not an even number of cups, Gemini, but on an emotional scale, what you give out to others is what you're going to get back in return. And since I equate the Nine of Cups with that of the Star card, that whole hopes, wishes, and dreams becoming manifested may be, realized this week once again. And also social media, social networking, and that engagement in social media, social networking could just be expanded out. Whatever your favorite, social energies are. It's not, I'm not saying it's either good or bad. It's just there may be an uptick in you having to go or be on social media for whatever reasons. Okay. And then to receive the Nine of Cups, let me finish off here. To receive the Nine of Cups in your spread is in a line of cards that I always regard. If it shows up here in your reading, that means that you are at least getting some sort of emotional fulfillment out of these relationships that you are connected to, satisfaction, benefits, happiness, you name it. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Gemini, February 10th, 2025. Looks pretty good. So let's get into seeing what your Moonology Oracle message is going to be to complement this reading. All right, the Moonology message for Gemini. Okay, card selected is Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. So let's see what the message is for Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way in the book. I just go directly to the book, because it's hard for me to memorize the meanings and stuff. I don't use this deck that often. Anyway, it says here, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you have not been doing as you would be done by lately, for some strange reason, that whole sentence doesn't make sense. Okay, let me read it again. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all your relationships. Okay, so that didn't sort of make sense, but I hope it makes sense to you. But this is your reading for this week, Gemini, Soul from Intuitive Tarot. Only giving you my impressions. Take what's going to work for you. I'll leave the rest alone. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. And welcome new subscribers if there are any. And then, of course, my subscribers who have followed me for a lengthy period of time, I always appreciate you. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Gemini, and I shall talk to you soon. Ciao.